Welcome to the VSU Center for Entrepreneurship Small Business Resource Database, where innovators are empowered to succeed on their business journey. This webinar is brought to you by our esteemed community partner dedicated to supporting the mission of small business growth, productivity, and profitability in the thriving ecosystem we foster together. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Xave D. Morgan, the Small Business Coordinator over at the Metropolitan Business League, as well as the Program Coordinator for Virginia State University Center for Entrepreneurship. We dedicate this session to our members. We call it the MemberShare. So during this 1-hour virtual experience, we typically have a subject matter expert that comes and delivers some type of education as it pertains to your business to help you move the needle forward. Let's just start here. If no one is going to believe in you, you have to. That's just number one. Number two, it is possible, right? Even if you have to scale back a bit to continue moving forward, what does that mean, Xavier? So say for instance, you may have to let a person go because funds may look a little funny or there may be a freeze in your organization. So you have to let a couple people go. Now, you have to let them go, so that's sad. You're losing manpower. However, you may be able to invest half of that salary into some type of AI tool to support your organization in whatever the initiative may be for the upcoming quarter, right? That's an example of scaling back, but moving forward. You see where I'm going with that? Now, I understand we just posted a video about AI and making sure that you have job security and all of that fun stuff and how businesses can make sure that they provide job security to their professionals that are within their organization. However, I'm a realist, and those of you who have worked with me one-on-one, which is like over 300 of you. So that is the ultimate way that we're going to move forward, and we are not going to create situations where things just crumble on us because our foundation was faulty. Okay, we're going to build firm foundations. So in light of that, right, I want you to begin thinking about where you are in your business. It's July, right? It's not June, it's July. Okay, but ultimately we have the next 4 months ahead of us. Now, so where are you with your goals based on the checklist that you made for yourself in the top of the year, okay, in the beginning of your year, in your season? What goals did you set? What have you accomplished thus far? And what didn't go as planned? And something else to echo that, to piggyback what didn't go as planned, if anything, is why. I want you to take a deep dive into why, right? Don't be afraid to discover what happened, what didn't go as planned, because there in that space you are able to admit that, okay, I gave it my all, I did my best, I did what I knew how to do. And so with that being said, I threw all my tools in that chest over there. With that being said, what didn't work and why? How can I fix it? How can I limit the risk or the liability in the next time? How can I shape and mold this thing to be better for the next launch? So identify the why and why your plans may not have gone as planned is ultimately important. Don't shame yourself. Don't beat yourself up about it. Okay, it's business, and what a lot of people don't share in business, and some of those people who are here to support us in our business, is what they don't share is the moments where it's down. They don't communicate that effectively, right? They don't communicate the things that are not so cool, that are not so grandiose, right? That don't put them on a pedestal. Most times we like to show the good things, the things that are working, the highlights, right? I landed this deal, I cashed this check, I got this bag. And then people like, how? Oh, it was hard. It was hard. It's just some things going on. Well, I'm here to communicate the things that's going on. I'm here to communicate the how is it hard. I'm here to support you in taking that hard look into what's working, what's not working, right? We're going to get into SWOT analysis, right, as well. So that's taking a look into your strengths and your weaknesses, because ultimately, I say this all the time, what what categorize a person's level of strength to me is when a person can not only have you identify yourself, right? You've identified your strengths, but when you've identified your weaknesses and you've become comfortable enough to solicit help, right? To what's the word I'm looking for? To delegate help. To help you in those spaces that you're weak in. It's not that you only know about your weak spaces. It's about you knowing about those spaces and then being comfortable, vulnerable enough, being in a position of leadership enough to communicate, hey, I need some assistance here. This is how I need you to do it. I need some help here. I'm not, too fluent in this area. I'm not too good over here. I'm a little weak in that area. That's what makes the strongest person to me, right? Not your high and mighty, all that good stuff about you. It's like, what's good is good. Okay. All right. Let's stay focused. Now, so what didn't go plan and why. Now, tool and tip. I mentioned the SWOT analysis. Okay, so I want you to use this. The SWOT is an acronym. It's SWOT. Okay, and it's for your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and your threats. I want you to think about this. Okay, what's one thing that went well for your business this year so far? Okay, now that we got the stuff out the way, we got the not so good, uncomfortable little stuff out the way. We broke the ice. Okay, now let's talk about the things that you did well. Okay, let's talk about how the goals that you checked off the list, even if you may not have reached that overall goal. Let's applaud. Let's reward ourselves on the journey. Right. So what are the little things? Okay, I want you to think about that. Is your business built to grow without burnout? Is your business built to grow without burnout? Okay. Let's take a deeper dive in that conversation. So, when we're thinking about building a business without burnout, it's important to understand, taking it back to understanding those weaknesses and even identifying our strengths, right? What I'm finding in business is that a lot of my business owners burn themselves out because they forget to take off all of the hats they had to wear on the way to where they made it to. Let me explain. If you don't come from money and you're getting your money out the mud, right? You are grinding to build this business. You have a 9 to 5 to supplement your income to build this business. All of those things are happening for you. In that process, you have on every hat. You have on human resource hat, you have on a CEO hat, you have on quality Q&A hat, you have on the worker bee hat, you have on all of the hats, you have on the security hats, you have on the maintenance hats, you have on financial hats until you put those people in, until you hire the professionals you need and delegate your hat to them. You are wearing all of those hats. And so unfortunately what that looks like is that a lot of business owners, we tend to wear those hats for years, right? And in some cases, when we reach a certain pinnacle in our business and we're starting to make a little money, we're breaking the profit margin, right? Even if we hire, what I'm noticing is that even if we hire, it's still hard for us to take that hat off and let the person do what it is we've hired them to do, or that we need them to do, right? And so what happens is that it causes burnout. It causes burnout for not just the business owner, but also the employee as well, when you think about it, right? Because some employees, good employees, they're doing their best to do the job according to your standards, right? And so if you are so busy being in the way because you're having a hard time delegating one of your hats, then when I'm trying to do the job you hired me for, now I kind of feel like I'm in the way because you don't trust me, or either I'm not doing this right. I don't understand what's happening here. So now there's kind of like an elephant in the room and a kind of sort of a divide. And so now both parties are overworking, not physically really, but mentally. And so that can cause a burnout. And so we have to make sure that we are delegating effectively and identifying, if we haven't hired someone already, we need to identify who we need to hire to help us operate our businesses. Okay, extremely important. Let's talk about outsourcing and what tasks can be delegated. Okay, what does that look like for you? Would that be admin? Would that be social media? Do you need another cook for your business? What does it look like for you? Where could you use some support? And also to my business owners, I want to let you know that everybody is not going to run your business the way that you run your business. And it's okay that they are not. Everybody is not going to run your business the way that you run your business. It's okay that they do not. What's most important is that you are a leader and can teach and train effectively. Okay. That's what's most important. That you are able to communicate what you do to somebody else so you can be duplicated. Can you do that? Can you do that? And if you need some support in doing that, then you got my information. You can have that one-on-one strategy meeting with me. Don't fuss with me about my calendar, okay? Because I'm here to serve y'all. You just got to book your session on time. When that email goes out, listen, we got to take a pause right quick, because as your small business coordinator and your program coordinator, okay, in the Southern area and all of wherever y'all need me to be, virtual or in person, okay, you have to understand that you are not the only one. So when that email goes out and it's like the calendar is open, don't you drag your feet. Don't drag your feet to my calendar and then fuss at me because no time is open. Don't you do that. You better get on my calendar, okay? It's your job too. We gotta work together, okay? So, all right. Now, system upgrades. All right, let's talk about system upgrades. What tools can you automate or streamline for your operations? Ding! That was for somebody. Excuse me. What tools can you automate or streamline? Okay, that's important. Help me give an example. So there's a special tool for my entrepreneurs out there and for my small business owners who may not be ready to like budget a full salary for a whole person. There are some AI tools. I don't know if you all are familiar with the assistant that answers the phone. So I think that I got it. I'm not using it right now, but I think that it's pretty beneficial. You get to set it up with certain prompts. So this is where you really have to lean into your business and think about your target customer. Okay, so what are some questions your specific target audience may have for your business? Okay, and you get to put those questions in as prompts for this AI assistant. And so when you can't answer the phone and someone is calling in your company, the AI answers and they handle it for you. I mean, this is not the virtual MemberShare session where I'm here to tell you, about being personable with your customers. Listen, we are on the train of AI, baby. Once we get situated in AI world, then we're gonna circle back around and create the synergy, because I'm telling you, it's coming. It's gonna come full circle back around. It's gonna come right back around. And so that's another video, y'all. But here in this MemberShare system upgrade. So what does that look like for you? Tools that you can automate to streamline your operations. Okay. All right. Pro tip: share 2 to 3. I want you to drop it down if you can. I want you to share 2 to 3 of your budget-friendly tools for productivity or team collaborations. And I'm going to share mine, okay? One of my budget-friendly tools for productivity and team collaboration is Calendly. Okay? So if you provide any type of service-based businesses, Calendly, they have a free option. So Calendly has a free option and it helps you with your scheduling. It can connect to your Gmail and all of those calendars that will help you with your notifications so you don't miss your meetings. Okay. This is why I'm very strategic about how I streamline folks who want a one-on-one session with me. Okay. Listen, I serve over 2,000 people easily. And if at one time 2,000 people, and if at one time 2,000 people wanted to book my calendar, then they could, and I would be booked out for probably till next year, probably late next year, something like that, right? So that's a free tool. So that's a free tool that you can use budget friendly for productivity. Also, Zoom is a free tool. I know that they had some changes that they were making, and it kind of made everything, it kind of made us be like, what you doing, right? For security purposes. But Zoom is awesome at its free rate. You get 45 minutes. You may not have the recording capabilities, but you are able to host those group virtual on the fly meetings. The same thing for Google Teams, right? Teams is very easy to access. It's very easy to use as well. I'm not too fluent on Teams yet because I'm a Zoom baby, but I'm starting to like Teams, and I'm starting to like it. I don't think anything is wrong with these, to be totally honest, and Google as well, right? What else do I use for collaboration? So, Canva. If you have a graphic team or you have a graphic business, there are some other tools out there. Like AI is advancing in the world of graphic design as well, and so there isn't a more advanced tool, but in terms of like cost effective and being able to share it with your team for productivity purposes, Canva is great. You can use that at a free level as well. With all of those things that I just mentioned to you, I started out using them at a very free level, and then I was able to progress to a point where now I use the pro options, right? So works for me. Drop in the comments what's been working for you so we can help each other, right? All right, so now we can move on to visibility and brand positioning. Okay, so let me ask you this question. I want to jog your mind again. Okay, so are you staying top of mind with your audience? Are you staying top of mind with your audience? Okay, now what does that mean? That means social media consistency. Okay, when they open their apps, are you on them? Zavi, Miss Morgan, I don't like social media. I don't do the social media thing. Okay, well, your customers do. So in the event of your customers being on social media, you have to be there as well, because social media is where they love to shop. So you may not have your personal social media pages, but it's important for you to have your business pages. And this is coming from someone who feels just like you. I don't like social media. I don't like social media either. Here I am on social media doing these things for you. What if I said the same thing? Well, doctor, I don't want to be on social media. Well, Floyd, no, I ain't doing no virtual membership. MemberShare. What if I said that? Then I wouldn't be here, and then y'all be fussing at me more. You see? So, I say my 5 social media platforms. 5, all you need is 5 now, just 5. Just 5, okay? So let's rock with them. What are they? It's your website. Even if you have just a one page, or somebody can just scroll down, you can see everything from that one pager these days. We really don't need a lot of tabs these days, right? But so you have your website, and then you have your LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a bit stuffy for me, but I still use it. I'm still there. You can still find my profile there, right? So website, LinkedIn, Instagram, okay, Facebook, okay, and YouTube. I'm gonna tell you why, but I'm gonna let you catch this again, okay? Your website, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Now, Instagram could be interchangeable with TikTok depending on your industry. Okay, so that's on a one-on-one conversation. You will use TikTok if you do more tutorials. You'll lean more towards TikTok, but still will share on Instagram, if that makes sense. For Facebook, you can do your Facebook Lives. You can do your event pages there, all your ads and all that fun stuff. Facebook is kind of old, and so my babies here at college, depending on how old you are, you be laughing at us, and especially the my young people, my scholars in middle and high school. They say Facebook. You say Facebook to them, they on the floor holding their bellies, baby. They think it's the funniest thing in the world with our old selves. Okay, but I'm telling you, because what happens is that as you continue to build your footprint on these 5 primary sites, and then Twitch complements YouTube depending on your service area as well. Again, have a one-on-one conversation with me so I can help you kind of shape and mold this plan of action to tailor your needs versus this very broad group conversation I'm having. Okay. But yeah, so the 5 platforms, and just focus on your business. From your website can connect your social media pages. So it if you update your Instagram or your Facebook or something like that, and you have that widget connected to your website, every time you update your social media, it automatically updates on your website. So listen, y'all, when I say I had to get it out the mud over these years, I'm not just a program coordinator or a small business coordinator. I'm a small business owner. I'm a mompreneur as well, y'all. So y'all had to figure it out, right? So that's one of the tools. That's one of the things that you can utilize as well. But making sure that you're consistent on social media is important, all right? Again, and next is leveraging your testimonies and user-generated content, okay? Now, you have to step outside of your box and you have to ask people for a referral or a review. And you have to be serious about it. How do you think these major corporations get people to do reviews? Now, some people are just reviewers, right? Some people are just like, hey, I'm going to give you a review because this is what I do. I'm an influencer and I need people to know about me and you. Okay, good. Those people are far and few in between. Okay, we have to focus on those people that you may have to engage with a little bit, right? And until you hire somebody who can do your consumer engagement or your community engagement, that's going to be you. The best thing that you can use is create a short prompt to send out in an email or a text message or both right after you've provided the program, product, or service to the individual. Right after. I say right after, but I like to wait at least about, if I do it right after, it's a purpose behind that. We can talk about that on a one-on-one basis, right? But if I do it right after, it's like right when the event's supposed to end because people are still there. So they won't get it done and I need something from them right away. Or because I'm a regular person as well, I'm not a robot. I know that after an event, child, I probably don't look at my phone till 30 minutes after I done left the event because I'm talking about something, I'm thinking about something. I done went somewhere, got something to eat. I don't know. Something could be going on. So, 30 minutes to an hour after the event, you should ask for a review. And then if you don't receive the review, then you can wait a few days. If it's something that, if it's a Friday or something, wait the weekend, send it on a Monday. If it was the week or whatever, you can send it on, and you sent something on like that Monday or before Wednesday, then you can wait to follow up the Friday or the following Monday, right? So that's kind of, how I am advising you to reach out and get your testimonials and your user generated content, right? And then maybe you can offer like, hey, for all of my customers who provide a 30-second review on whatever it is you've received from me, I'll take 5 or 10% off your next purchase or whatever the case may be. You can do some stuff like that as well. Okay. Collaborations and partnerships for visibility. I just had 2 of my businesses. They told me that they're getting ready to do a project together. One has closed, one does something else, and they're coming together to create a project, and boom. Visibility for the both of them. They do totally different things, but they found a way to make it work. I'm here to help you strategize things like that as well. Okay. It's possible. So think about, other organizations or businesses that complement what you're doing in some form or fashion. Use your imagination or, sit with me so we can strategize over some things so I can help you identify your opportunities. Okay. Coordinate some things in your favor. All right. All right. Now let me ask you this. Is your current brand presence aligned with your ideal audience? Is it? Is it? Okay. I want you to think about that. Comment yes or no down below or what you plan on doing better. Okay. Now, I want to give you this activity. I want to encourage you to do a 5-minute Instagram audit after this session. Okay. Check your bios, your latest posts, and clarity of offer. Okay. I want you to get into your pages. I want you to take your business owner head off and I want you to put your consumer head on. Okay. And I want you to identify. I want you to look at your page and I want you to say, by looking at my page, can I just tell that I do what I say I do? 2 things can happen in this moment. Okay. You should be able, if you have a personal page, Your personal brand, your personal page is your personal page. Like for me, my personal page is my personal page. You can find life or business there, or me just being me. Take your pick. If you want to search for some business, you need to go to the business. All you want is business, go to the business page, right? So with those things in mind, and you may need to clear some things up as well now that I said that, just being honest, okay? But I want you to think about some things. When you go to your pages, do your page scream your industry? Does your page scream your industry? I want you to think about that. If it doesn't, fix it. Time to fix it. And if you need some support on identifying how you need to fix it, again, my link is in the description box down below. Book your strategy meeting with me, okay? For free. The College of Business Center for Entrepreneurship, as well as the Metropolitan Business League. If you are a member, we are offering you free strategy sessions, okay? Okay, so let's talk about preventing the summer slumps, okay? I want you to think about this. How are you keeping revenue flowing through the slower summer months? How are you keeping the revenue flowing? Okay, so we have July, August. We have about 2.5 months left in the summer, right? And some industries do great. Like I have an ice cream business that I'm working with, and a few restaurant businesses. Few restaurant businesses do great. Some businesses that may provide just solely like coffee or winter things, or something that you can only or want, or that's in high demand in the fall and winter seasons versus the spring and summer season. Some people may be having some challenges in this interim, right? So I want you to share with me, if you don't mind, down below, how are you keeping revenue flowing through the slower months? And if you are finding yourself with a challenge in doing so, book that meeting with me so we can identify the block, remove it, and make that money on. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, that's what it's all about, because it's ways. It's you may have. It is known that certain industries have peaks, some valleys during the year. Okay, some industries do. Like fitness companies, they do better in the spring and summer than they do in the fall and winter. But a special part of the winter time that's getting ready to hit spring, people are trying to, that's the new year. People are like, okay, I'm ready to go back to the gym, new year, new me, right? But it's peaks and valleys there, right? So identifying yours helps. And then in those seasons where you may be facing more challenges, then it's important to identify, okay, maybe I need to develop something to supplement the income, to supplement my revenue in this season. What would that be for you, right? That's a real thing. If you want some support in developing, let us know. We can work with you on that as well. Okay. I want you to also think about having some flash sales or limited time offers, some loyalty perks for your current customers, group program bundles or collaborations, maybe a summer income booster challenge. You can set a mini goal for July to August. So comment down below. What's one of the offers or promos that you would create for your business? Share with somebody. Help the people out down below. Okay, help the people out. All right. Now, moving on towards the end of our virtual lunchtime session here. Okay, I got a question for you. So, are you ready? Are you ready for Q4? Q4 is rolling up on you. Are you ready for that? Are you positioned to finish the year strong, my good people? Are you? Resetting goals based on current performances is the one way we're going to get there. Preparing for fall campaigns and holiday sales as well as spring ones is how you're going to get there. Business clean up, renewal compliances, organizing files, taxes. Okay, let's not wait until November, December, when you have all your family around and you're planning to break and it's cold outside and the weather outside is. Let's not wait until then. Let's begin to tie these things up now, because if you're new in business, maybe you're anxious to see what the end of the year is going to look like. You're going to get that holiday money, right? And I'm rooting for you. Definitely, please do that. For those of us who are a little bit more seasoned than that, you kind of know what the year gonna look like. Get a head start on that. Don't be cute. Don't be too cute. Get a head start on that. We're depending on you, because I know here at the Reginald F. Lewis College of Business, when tax time roll back around, y'all are gonna be flooding the Singleton building, wanting to file your taxes and all that fun stuff. Help the people help you. Get a head start on it. Help your tax preparer help you. I'm talking to myself right now. I am looking at myself in this video because my tax preparer gets on me. Had to get on me often. Okay, now I'm here getting on you. You might as well prepare yourself. Let's not wait until the busiest holiday months. You can start gathering those receipts now from the first half of the year. You kind of know what your numbers are going to be for the remaining of the year. And my advice again to you is to begin planning for your relaunch, new launch, spring launch. Okay. Very important, because whatever is happening on the larger scale, funding wise, it's not officially going to be taking place in October or September. However, the decisions would be made. The effects are going to be taking place within between that moment and the next 6 months. Okay, so it's important for you to make sure that you stay focused on your business ahead of the times, and that you are connected to your local small business organizations, such as the College of Business, the Metropolitan Business League, Main Street Petersburg, the SOVA Chamber. It's important to stay connected. And if SBA, if I missed any organizations, this is no shot, because we really all need to work together. If you're viewing this video, okay, for the city of Petersburg and our central areas, like, we really should be working together to make sure that our people will be able to sustain this next situation that's about to that we are currently preparing for. And it's very turbulent now, and I suggest that we prepare for it going forward. Okay, as I end this session, where you are now doesn't have to be where you end up. Okay, you have time to shift, elevate, and finish strong. Don't you forget that. All right. If you found that the year has not went as planned, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Identify what didn't work, because it's still success to be found there. Once you identify what didn't work and why, you were successful in it completely. You still passed because you didn't stop. You didn't stop. Maybe there was a slight pause. Maybe there was a bit of turbulence. Maybe things just didn't happen in the time frame you wanted them to happen in. But there were still moves made. And even if there weren't moves made, it's important to identify why. The year isn't over yet. And if you identify that why, from that information you receive, you take it and you create a strategy to succeed in the next go round. I'm not going to do this, or I should have done that. I need to reach out to so and so. I should not have reached out to so and so. Okay, because that's a real thing. All right. Either way, I want you to make sure that you remember that where you are now is not where you have to stay. Okay. All right, let's do this. Listen, I want you to make sure that you tune in for the next MemberShare. It takes place every second Tuesday on the lunch hour, 12 p.m., y'all, Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be doing this thing on Zoom. Sometimes you will see me at an MBL location. Sometimes you will see me at a VSU Center for Entrepreneurship location. All the time you will see me or one of my subject matter expert friends bringing you the subject that matters for your business. Okay, this topic today was the mid-year momentum, scaling smart, and staying visible. Make sure you do just that. Let me know if you need some support. Book your next session with me. I look forward to speaking to you soon, and until next time, be great.